Ready to make fashion fireworks? Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off the entire store during Old Navy's Red, White, and New sale. Save big with items for $2, $4, $6, and $8, including women's tanks for just $2. Plus, 2 days only, tomorrow and Sunday, get flag tees for the whole family for just $2.50. All summer essentials up to 60% off, like flip-flops, tank tops, swimwear, and shorts at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Select styles only. Entire store offer valid 6/28 to 7/5. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today only deals, 2 day only deals.
Episode 616 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com and NoBSCoachingAdvice.com. I think this is a fun question. It's one that, frankly, people run into all the time. It may be labeled a little bit differently. I call it answering the fatal flaw question. That is a situation where you know what the problem is with your background and how it doesn't fit. But I give you a 3-step technique for responding to it. Hope you find it helpful. I'm sure you will, because I'm sure not every interview you'll be perfect for. And this becomes a good way that you address it. And this completes the first week in my year of working with you about answering tough interview questions and situations. Now, if you want different kinds of information from me, I want to encourage you to also subscribe to Job Search Radio. Now, I have that on webtalkradio.net, but it's also available in iTunes and Stitcher. And if you look for it on those platforms, you'll see 2 titles that are both called Job Search Radio. One is a picture of 2 guys. That's not me. That's not my show. And then there's the one with my smiling face on it. That is the show, of course. So hope you subscribe to that as well. And with that, let us get going. Today I'm going to talk with you about one of those tough interview questions that come up from time to time. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like for you, but invariably on some interview, someone's going to ask that question about your background that deals with the fatal flaw. You know, that quality in your background that's missing from the job description. Maybe it's the lack of a degree. Maybe it's the absence of some certification. Maybe it's the absence of some small component of your background that they really would have liked you to have had, but you just don't. So they ask you about that degree, about that certification. And how do you deal with that? Now, I'll simply say that you don't deny it. You have to acknowledge it because it's obvious to them. You can't trivialize it, but what you can do is start off by acknowledging, yes, it's true, I don't have a degree, or I don't have a master's, or I don't have a PhD in such and such. Remember, they saw enough in your background to invite you in for the interview. They're tempted. You have to make them want it even more. So you acknowledge that it's true. And you simply, continue by saying, there was a time in your life where you made a particular decision. It wasn't necessarily the best decision long term, but at the time, family, you had to start your career, money was tight, you couldn't finish, you couldn't afford to go back for the master's. You've been planning on doing it, but your career is taken off. You do something that acknowledges the choice that you made back when. And then you continue by saying, but the impact has been that, I've always competed with people with that credential, and I've had to always work that much harder to achieve in competition with them so that the firm attains its goals. So you're talking about, and you can language it your own way. The idea is to simply talk about how you've had to double down on your performance, how you've had to put in more effort to overcome the objection that even those in your previous firm have had, or their own apprehension about whether or not you could do what they wanted you to do, even though you didn't have that quality. And then you continue by saying, and consistently, I've been a top 2% performer at my firm. I've been a top 5% performer at my previous organization. Whatever the statistic is, cite it. Whether you were promoted over others with it, cite it. and that you want to bring those same qualities of effort, diligence, and determination to your next employer. And if it seems like it works into the schedule, you've been thinking about going to get that certification, get that advanced degree. But first things first is your responsibility to the organization and getting the job done. So that's the simplest way to handle the fatal flaw question. And again, just to repeat the tactic, you don't deny it, you acknowledge it. You very briefly explain why it was that you made the choice. And how, number 3, the impact on how you perform was that you always worked that much harder in situations where you were working with or competing with people who had that credential. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, come over to JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's my site with curated information that I've developed and other people have developed that's going to help you find work more quickly, because you're not going to make dumb mistakes. You know what I mean? The stuff that happens throughout your search through ignorance. Plus, you're also able to ask me questions and avoid headaches that are going to become costly later on. The kinds of things that cost you job offers and result in you getting a lower salary offer. So again, that's JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. Now, this show comes on daily, Monday through Monday, every day of the week. I provide you with advice to help you with your search. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you give it 5 stars in iTunes. And with that, see you tomorrow.
Sorry to interrupt your run. You're probably in the zone, but with Simply Right Checking from Santander Bank, you can waive the monthly fee by completing one transaction each month. Click the banner or find out more at santanderbank.com/simple.
Qualifying transactions do not include fees, rebates, and adjustments posted by Santander. Santander Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Sorry to interrupt your run. You're probably in the zone, but with Simply Right Checking from Santander Bank, you can waive the monthly fee by completing one transaction each month. Click the banner or find out more at santanderbank.com/simple.
Qualifying transactions do not include fees, rebates, and adjustments posted by Santander. Santander Bank, N.A. member FDIC.